and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Alright, before we get started, how is everyone doing? Let's do a check-in. Quarantine, how are you doing? Are you going nuts yet? Are you still working? If you're pre-PA, are you stressed out about getting hours? How is this affecting you? I want to know. Please comment it below. That was a genuine check-in. I really do want you to comment below because I know a lot of people are going crazy. I'm starting to get a little stir crazy, so this is just my check-in with you to make sure you're doing okay. But alright, let's get into what you came for, and this is for me to tell you the best volunteer experience for any pre-health student. And by any pre-health student, I mean pre-PA, pre-med, pre-NP, pre-whatever health. This is a great experience for you. I've talked about this experience many times, so this isn't new for a lot of you, but if it is, here it is, big drum roll please, the MDA summer camp. I have talked about the summer camp so many times and I've told so many people to do it, but I just love this camp and everything it entails, and I love that it's all over the United States, so it's not just something in my area or local to me. A lot of people can do it. So the MDA summer camp is a week-long event where you're paired one-on-one with a kid ages from I think it's 7 or 8 to 17 with muscular dystrophy. So you help them through a range of things. A lot of it is CNA type things like ADLs, so you're helping with changing, feeding, breathing treatments, transferring, showering, all of those things that you do for, as a CNA. But most of the time what you're doing at this camp is just having fun, making sure that your kid, your camper, is having a great time and is safe. So although this is an MDA summer camp, this camp is just a camp unlike any other one. It is so much better than your typical summer camp. I made a list of all of the things we did because I can't even remember it, so I'm just gonna read it because there's literally so much that you do. So there's a dance, so you get all dressed up, so you have to have a theme and you make sure you bring a dress or whatever to your camp so you can go with your camper. You have motorcycle rides, arts and crafts, campfires with campfire songs, laser tag. They have a whole talent show, it's a huge thing. You take them swimming, basically everything that you can imagine a summer camp being a typical kid summer camp, that's what's there. So aside from all of the amazing things you get to do with your camper, a really great thing about the MDA summer camp is if you're a pre-PA and you need those patient care hours, a chunk of it can be used as patient care hours and then the other chunk can be used as just regular volunteer hours. A really cool thing about the summer camp that I didn't even think of when I was going to it is that there's a lot of other pre-health students there. So when I went, there was actually almost half a class of DO students, so I got to network with a lot of them. But there's also a lot of pre-PA, pre-PT, pre-med students there, and a lot of them we've kind of, exchanged contact information and kept in touch since camp. So not only is it a great experience in terms of getting to get good connections with kids and learn about muscular dystrophy and get patient care hours and volunteer hours, but you also get a network with other pre-health students. I think one of my favorite parts of being an MDA summer camp counselor was learning about muscular dystrophy, the different types, which types affect which populations and kind of how the diseases progress. I also got to see the emotional effects on muscular dystrophy on individuals and within families, so I got to get a better understanding of how individuals with disabilities live and how they are just as abled as everybody else and they do incredible things. And a few of them that I've gotten really close with are incredible advocates for their community, so it's so inspirational to see, how much they accomplish and how much drive they have. But above all, you learn that these are just 7, 8 to 17-year-olds that are just like everyone else. They want to go swimming, they want to shoot you with water guns, they want to play laser tag. The girls that were older that I, hung out with, they wanted to sit there and gossip about boys. And I personally never went to a summer camp, so not only did I get to have so much fun with my campers, but I also got to have fun myself. And by me showing I was having fun and doing things, they wanted to get more involved. And so it just was an overall great week to get to know more about muscular dystrophy, more about people with muscular dystrophy and how incredible they are and how they're advocates and the incredible things that they do and the incredible things that MDA does. I know I sound like some motivational speaker, really going on and on about this, but this experience was so great and it taught me so much outside of just, the ADLs that I was helping with. So like I said, the summer camp is all over the United States. If you go on their website, you can put in your zip code and it'll show you where your closest one is. I live in Southern California and there's like 2 or 3 that are all pretty close to me. And like I said, you go there for a week and you stay there a week, you spend the night and you don't leave. So even if it is a few hours away, you'll go there, park your car, stay there a week, and then you'll just drive home. So it's not like you have to drive back and forth every day. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the camps this year are canceled for a very good reason. So I know it kind of is weird that I'm telling you about it now, but this is just for future reference. If you want to get an idea and kind of plan for your next summer and all the experiences you can do, I would definitely try to pencil this one in. If this cause is something that like really interests you, you can always volunteer with MDA and raise funds for future camps and other, research that they do. They do have like leadership programs and other types of like outreach and fundraising help type of groups. So if you are interested in that, you can contact me and I can probably put you in contact or help you figure out how to get involved in those. So the camp is a week long and they do take your phones, but if you're in school or like anything that you need your phone, you can always tell them and you can like arrange something. A lot of the med students would go at night when their camper was asleep and somebody was watching them to study. So they would all bring their laptops and you'd see them at night like furiously studying and typing and everything. So they do work with you if you have to use your electronic devices. The camp is free and the best part is that it's free for the campers. So they don't have to pay anything. You stay with your campers, so you have like bunk beds, so you stay in a bunk bed near them. So you're usually paired with someone who is of your own gender. And you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so they feed you really well. And like I said, it's completely free to everyone. There is like an extensive application process. It's just kind of like background checks and answering questions. And then you also have to do a physical to make sure that you're like physically capable of helping these kids out. They also have you do an interview. If you're close enough, it's an in-person. I have heard some online or like phone interviews happening, but I'm not really sure like what qualifications meet that, but usually it's an in-person interview and they really just want to make sure that you're not a psycho. So as long as you're a genuine human being who's just really there for the right reasons, you should be perfectly fine. So I volunteered at the camp for 2 years. My first year I was a unit leader, so I wasn't paired one-on-one with a kid, but I helped kind of everybody else out around and made sure that our like cabin stayed tidy and that everything kind of just went smoothly. My second camp, I was paired with an older girl and I absolutely love her. She's amazing. She is such an advocate for individuals with disabilities and their rights and what they deserve. And she's just so incredibly smart. And it was really neat because her and her best friend goes to the camp together. And then I went and volunteered with my best friend Kit. And then we ended up, each being paired together. So the 4 of us were just like a solid unit and we would go everywhere together. So I truly did make friendships out of this camp, not just with other counselors, but with a lot of the campers. So I know I just kind of sold you and just kind of said all these incredible things about the camp, but that's just genuinely how I feel. It's such a great experience and I'm so glad my advisor told me about it. If all of that wasn't enough and you have more questions or you want to know a little bit more about my experience as an MDA camp counselor or anything about MDA in general, I can either answer them for you or try to guide you to the right person that could answer those questions. Like I said, it was definitely a life-changing experience and I am so glad that I did it, and I hope that this persuaded you, if you're looking for experiences, to jot this one down and look into it for next summer. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on my Instagram at whitecoachhastings or leave a comment below. I hope you really consider this option. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day. Bye!